Well, good evening. As you can see by my jacket, it's a little cooler than usual. We were having temperatures in the 80s for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and it suddenly dropped. We had some light rain, and now it's 70s, 60s, 50s during the day, and it's fabulous. I'm getting better from the pneumonia. I have another chest x-ray tomorrow, just a follow-up one. But I was doing really well, then I ended up getting a secondary infection from the pneumonia, so that's being diagnosed and treated now. So it's just stretched this out just darn near forever. It's quite frustrating. I'm just really grateful I have such great medical care. I'll get through this. The garden has suffered from my absence. I went out today to do some watering. I've done some watering of some of the easier areas, but as you can see by this photo, getting to the garlic and onions at the front of the property has been pretty much impossible. I'm getting the whole thing like mowed down, but if I had been feeling okay these last few weeks, I would have gone out there with a weed whacker and made myself a path from the hose and from the side. So I wouldn't have to walk through this. I actually did fall down twice and wasn't even sure where I was going. Found my artichoke plant in really bad shape. Hopefully that will recover. One of the onion garlic beds is not looking good. The other one's looking good. So out here in the back behind, that's been a little easier to reach. So I've been able to keep that going. I've planted some more seeds, and I have some tomato plants which are getting ready to put out there. My strawberries are a mixed bag this year. The ever-bearing ones I planted behind the house in the grow bag are not doing well. Some are doing well, some are not doing well. So I've so far dug up as many of the not doing well ones as I can and have transplanted them into containers on the porch. And the others I'm just watering, and in the next day or two as I get better, I'm going to dig those up too. I'm not sure what happened. They're all sort of in the same positioning, and there's not a heck of a lot of sun there, but for some reason it's been very difficult for them to thrive. I just did a video on building a strawberry tower with June-bearing berries, and those are doing great in that tower. I think it's just in a better position. It's more sheltered, and it's doing great. So I'm probably going to eventually put those other berries, once they resurrect themselves, into another tower. I have some of those Dollar Tree towers also. Succulents are doing pretty well. Several of them have bloomed. Some I've never seen them bloom. Sometimes certain plants need a real cold snap to kind of blossom, so that's been a pleasure. There are still some wildflowers out here, and the other day I was outside thinking about mowing down everything, and there was just like all these bees flying overhead, and that is just the sign of health and regeneration. So when they do the mowing, I'm going to try to have them avoid some of the areas where there's still a density of flowers. I can go back over with the weed whacker and take care of that later, but I just love seeing those bees flying overhead and seeing birds around and being part of this natural landscape. My little cabin across the street is like a day away from being done. Still some fine tuning, but they're going to work on it tomorrow, and then call in the county and do a initial walkthrough, and then whatever needs to be fixed will be fixed, and then we'll get our permits to finish it up. So that is exciting. I will definitely give you a tour once it's up to speed. They were supposed to come today. The delivery of the stuff from the hardware store came for those final adjustments, but we had a power outage. PG&E, our electric and power provider, was doing a lot of tree cutting and doing stuff around on the road and actually right behind my house. There were millions of trucks, big heavy trucks, and this is a narrow little dirt road, so they managed to make it happen. I was thinking later about 2/3 of this county are on little narrow dirt roads, so they're used to it. At one point though, I was in the kitchen and there was a bunch of them working at the bottom of the hill, at the little road at the bottom where the power pole is, and some sort of argument broke out. They were yelling at each other, and I thought, this is all we need here is a bunch of young men having a fight with big old chainsaws, but they seemed to have worked it out, and then everything else was peaceful, thank goodness. I'm looking forward to getting better. I am on the road to recovery, but finishing up this last piece I want to get my house in order. I've done a lot, but this constant lying down just takes a lot out of you, just productivity-wise. I'm excited about getting the garden finally in order and having the property mowed down so I can see what's going on. I haven't been able to do my tablescapes, which I love so much, but I'm doing one right now. It'll probably appear next Tuesday on Tablescape Tuesdays, and I'm excited about it. And I have 2 more in formulation. I've thought a lot about them when I was laying in bed, and so this first one is fun. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to be doing this again. So that's where it's at. All is well. It's a beautiful evening. You know, it's starting to shut down. Sometimes birds still chirping, and it's like you feel this bedtime feel. It's very, very cool. I hear them cawing and chirping a little bit. Pretty soon you're just going to hear the frogs and the crickets. And then there's one bird that all night it chirps. I'm not sure what type of bird it is or what's going on, if it's some sort of night bird, but it doesn't bother me or anything, but I just wonder, what is it chirping about in the middle of the night? So hoping everyone is well and you're enjoying this end of spring, beginning of summer. Life is good. And thank you so much for watching.